Sunday evenings. That will be 7 p.m. Central.
7 p.m.
7 p.m. Central on Sunday evenings. Next is our weekly news review. Jeff, you've got the radio background. We'll let you explain that.
Okay, the weekly news review will, as many of you know, we are going to incorporate a 5-minute spiritual news and insight, or scriptural news and insight, that Pastor Peters will do at the beginning of his live broadcast. And what we'll do is we'll consolidate those 5 minutes at the end of every week into a half-hour broadcast in which we'll pretty much summarize the news of the week and offer Pastor spiritual and scriptural insight into it.
And until we need to talk about the other top-of-the-hour news.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I'll take that one as well. We are now going to have Saint-sponsored news, which I think is appropriately named, but also could be named Spell Breaker News. It's no secret that the enemy has used media and especially news and event reporting to deceive our people and brainwash our people and basically cast spells upon them. So what we've decided to create is our own top-of-the-hour news broadcast. We've established the Gideon Elite News Team. We have almost 30 men who have received press credentials and training and are out there spread about the country, who are going to help us gather news, consolidate news, and put together these 5-minute top-of-the-hour news reports. And those are going to play 6 times a day at prime time hours, meaning drive time, lunch time, and then drive time in the evening. Do you have those times, Richard?
We do. 6 and 7 a.m. Central. 11 a.m. and noon Central, and then again 5 p.m. and 6 p.m. Central.
Absolutely, and I think Pastor came up with a brilliant mantra for this. He said, it's not news, that news has spin, so here's scriptural spin on the news. Was that how you put it?
It's not news that all news has spin.
Right.
So here's news with scriptural spin.
Right.
You know, by the very nature of what news items they choose to give you is spin.
Right.
Oh, absolutely.
And we're giving them news items like, I'll give you one. This will upset some of you. And, you know, we don't mind upsetting you. But it's a news item nobody else out there in the major networks would report. But that is that the sandbagging and everything going back there in Iowa, we've had reports that mostly they're all white people doing it. And there's not much help from the National Guard. Why? They're not there.
Right.
They're overseas.
They're overseas.
But remember, there is a major black population in those cities, they're trying to say, but they're not out there doing it. Did we report that in the news? You bet we did. And then we went on. But that's something we completely left out of the major news. Are we picking on black? No, we're just giving you news.
Just the facts.
Just the facts. But that's the news. What else you got?
It is. Next, that will be a half hour on Saturday and Sunday that we'll play. And what will finish out that hour will be what we're calling Shinings from the Diamond Mine. And this is where you Acres of Diamond Men, where we've put a mail out, we have news of this on the news forum that the Acres of Diamond Men are part of. But this is where we're asking you Acres of Diamond Men we're giving you an opportunity to have a 28-minute program on the radio. We've had several good speakers at last camps that are part of what the pastor considers his Acres of Diamond Men. And
so you men out there, if you're interested in doing it, you contact us.
Yes.
And we'll tell you, you've got the number of minutes. I forget what it is.
It's a 28-minute program.
28 minutes.
Right.
You're able to, we're not letting you put your address out, but you put your name out.
Mm-hmm.
You want an Acre of Diamond Men. You can shine and feed the sheep.
Yes.
Because some of you have done research in this area or that area.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And now you can get that research and you can be doing your job in tending to the sheep through this program.
Right. And it won't just be a one-time broadcast. We also ask you to send us in a short synopsis or description of the message, and then we have Jeff who's done a wonderful job updating the website, and we're also able to archive those messages, put the description in, and I don't understand all the details, but just where that it can be searched. So if you do an article on anything, that description will then be able to be searched through search engines, and so that information will be available on the web from then on.
And something I want to add here is we have a page on the internet that basically details some of the equipment, and it's a low-cost investment. But basically, we have a page that'll detail the equipment that you need to put together your own recording studio in your home. And for all you men out there that may need some assistance, I am your full-service tech support guy. So definitely feel free to contact me at webmaster@SFAW, and I will go out of my way to help you set that equipment up from afar and get you in a position to where you can record these programs.
It's a great opportunity to feed the sheep. We've got men out there that got tremendous amount of research right under their belt. You're going to enjoy that program. The other program,
Camp Time Meeting. And this is where we're looking at going back into the archives, going back. Pastor's been in this fight, as he's told you, going on 40 years preaching, and we've had excellent elders of Israel that have come and spoken and brought excellent, informative messages at camp.
we have all those messages,
Yes,
and we're
we
going
have.
to now start putting them out on the air.
Yes, we are. We have
A lot of those men have gone on to the Lord.
They are
Their
men like
messages here.
Pastor Earl Jones,
Pastor Earl
and
Jones.
Colonel Moore. We have several messages
Howard Freeman.
from Howard Freeman that are excellent, timeless messages, and we have so many new people coming into this truth that they've never heard those messages.
Right.
They've never heard of, Colonel Moore facing down a firing squad. I think of an excellent one we were just working on, Dr. Martin, 3 days and 3 nights in the deep after being shot down in the Battle of Midway. Now, if those don't spark your interest, I don't know what will. But to see how these men of
the
God
miracles
came
that
through
took place
these,
through that.
yes,
Right.
So that'll be coming on. We'll have that Friday evening, and then again on Sunday. So stay tuned for that. And again, this entire schedule, Jeff will have posted by July
Absolutely.
4th on the website, scripturesforamerica.org, that you can go and print it out and schedule your time so you don't miss these programs.
And just one quick addition, we are going to have a full-service broadcast network website. We'll have its own news section. We'll have all the programming schedules. We'll have programs and host profiles. Just everything you can expect in a broadcasting website, we're going to have. It'll be full service, and there'll be ways the Acre of Diamond Men can contribute to the content. It'll be a good thing. I really do believe that's going to be a really powerful weapon in this war we're in.
Yeah, the resources that the Lord has allowed this ministry to accumulate in the last 20 years in the way of messages like this are incredible.
It is. And now we have a way to continue to further get those out to the people. Coming up right on is kind of what we're doing here, Coffee with the Radio Ranch Wranglers. We've had opportunity to sit down, Jeff and the pastor and I and Jason, and sometimes sit down at the Radio Ranch and just go over current news events and kind of have our own spin on it. And so we thought we'd record those and take those back out to you.
I
See
think
how it
they'll
works.
like it.
I think so too.
That happened one day. We were just talking. I thought, man, people
Right.
would love to hear this. We're going to start
Absolutely.
recording.
Right.
That's going to be on our staff meeting day, and then it's going to be a long day for us because it's also going to be our Wednesday night prayer meeting
Right.
day. But we'll do that in the morning, and we're working.
We
and
are.
Then
Well, we've of course, the past messages that you brought. You've had some excellent messages from just impromptu live from the Radio Ranch. So we'll continue to blend those in and have those in on the schedule. And again, they'll be scheduled out. So if you do want to, if you missed a program, you can look at the schedule and see. I wanted to hear him talk about that, whether it's from the pulpit, that shibboleth message, or the basic economic principles. Either way. So
one thing that's going to really help is we're going to start now. We're going to have the ability to post a week in advance.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
What series is coming up, if it's the series on communion or the series on snakes, or what hour is going to be playing what message, rather
Yes.
than just something in there.
Right.
It's going to be, you're going to be able to go to the website, scripturesforamerica.org, and see what the schedule is. Jason's going to talk about it. That's Saturday night. And what this means is the audience is going to expand. We're going to come back and take the land for the Lord Jesus Christ. We're coming forward into the gap, and that's why I wanted us to have this little impromptu meeting with my Radio Ranch Wranglers here, so you know what's going on out there. And keep us in your prayers. We're all part of the body of Christ. We were added to that body when we were baptized into it. The Scripture teaches that. Well, I'm going to wrap this thing up because we're getting close to church time.
It is. It is. And that's not all. Now, that's most of our programs, but we have had a couple more. We've been talking with people, and
Yesterday,
don't
I
know if you
talked
want to mention them or not. But
well, I'm going to tell you,
there's more coming down the line.
Science Hour with James McCanny we're working on.
Yes.
And you men don't know about this. Last night I was talking with a man dealing with masonry on a Sunday night broadcast.
Oh, wow.
Very interesting.
Add that to the list.